We'll make it work. It's all good. This is Generosity Live. We roll with the punches.
Sorry. Let me adjust really quick in
You're
here
good.
so I can do this better. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna have to keep my phone to my ear, or my ear to my phone to hear you. So I won't be able to see what I'm recording. So if I go off screen, just let me know.
It looks great. I can see Stacy looks. Stacy can give me a thumbs up. You can hear me at all, Stacy?
Can you try to get back in? Maybe it'll work.
It's not gonna change. No. This is like the video.
Kimberly, I can tell you this. We can hear you.
I'm sorry, you're getting really quiet. I cannot understand what you're saying.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear. Oh, it's better now.
Okay. All right, I will use my outdoor voice.
Okay.
Here we go. April 5th, 2022. It is 5 p.m. in Arizona. And more than $2 million have been raised for 850 plus nonprofits already. But there's still more than $150,000 in prize money that your favorite nonprofits can earn if you make a donation right now. Make your donations at azgives.org right now as you listen to this episode of Generosity Live, starting, you guessed it, right now. Coming up this hour on Generosity Live, we'll dive back into the details of that $180,000 prize pool available for Arizona nonprofits during this 10th annual AZ Gives Day. We'll replay a portion of our conversation with Tim Sarrantonio from earlier. We had some audio issues, and coming up next, we will have a conversation with Our Neighbors, a really wonderful organization, Our Neighbors Farm and Pantry. And you know what? Without any further ado, we'll get right into it. I'd love to introduce you to Kimberlyn Tessman and Stacy Scarce of Our Neighbors Farm and Pantry. Let's bring them up on the screen here. We're getting their audio to work perfectly. So we are ready to rock and roll. Ladies, Kimberlyn, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Kimberlyn can hear me. Amazing. Kimberlyn, Stacy, welcome to Generosity Live. Thank you for being on the show. Thank you for dealing with the audio video. Let's try this one more time, Kimberlyn. Thank you for dealing with the AV issues. Why don't you guys take a minute to tell us all about Our Neighbors Farm and Pantry?
All right. So he said, why don't we take a minute to tell everybody about Our Neighbors Farm and Pantry?
Okay, so Our Neighbors Farm and Pantry is a nonprofit with a dual mission. We not only feed people who are going through financial hardships, but we also educate students in STEM education in our garden. And then that garden grows food that goes into the pantry so that folks who have any sort of dietary restrictions, or if they just want real nutrient-dense food, then this food that we grow goes directly into the pantry. And you can see there's plenty of food growing in this hoop house. And we have 1.3 acres here that we grow food on. And we have another 2.5 acres that we will soon develop and grow on also.
Beautiful. I'm going to ask you then, today, of course, is AZ Gives Day 2022. You guys have been part of AZ Gives Day since the beginning. This is year 10 for you and year 10 for the day. So you know the drill. If someone is watching at home and they make a donation, where exactly do those dollars go? Whether it's $10, $50, $100, where would a donor be able to know that their money is going today?
All right, so the next question was, if someone at home who's watching donates to our fundraiser online at AZ Gives, where do their dollars go? Whether it's $5, $50, $100, where are those dollars actually going?
The dollars are actually going to maintain our programs. So all of our programs, which I mentioned before, there's a lot of expenses associated with those programs. There's a lot of expenses associated with just keeping the pantry and the pantry truck running and open. And then we do have staff members that are actually presenting those programs or working on those programs. So we have an educator that'll educate students. We have a farmer that will grow the crops, and we have a pantry manager that will actually manage the pantry and all the volunteers that it takes to get food out to people, pick up the food. Because we go and have to pick up donated food, and then we have to sort it and then box it and distribute it to our community members.
Beautiful. I'm going to show on the screen now the video that you guys sent over. I don't know which one of you guys wants to sort of describe what's happening here, but tell me, I think this is probably the pantry that you were talking about, right, Stacy? Or Kimberlyn?
I can't see it.
Can you see it?
Yep, I'll describe it. I'm not seeing it.
So there's a woman putting food in a yellow box that says melons, and now she's moving that
Okay,
box
yeah.
to the side of the
So
table.
pretty much essentially today we had a distribution day at the pantry. So we're open from 10 to noon and 1 to 3 on Tuesdays and Thursdays, where people can come and pick up fresh produce and other groceries that we've been donated or bought with grants and stuff like that. So you'll see our volunteers packing food into a box in a shopping cart and then bringing out the food in a shopping cart to the cars, because we are operating as a drive-through pantry right now due to COVID. So you'll see them bring out the groceries to the people, and you'll see the line of cars at the pantry. This morning, our line of cars was actually out of the parking lot, and it was like that the entire morning.
And they actually today they served 45 families with 163 people within those families.
Wow. That is a massive impact that your organization is having on the community. So talk a little bit about how much of a difference this Giving Day means. Have you guys been able to identify and find new donors so far today? And how is your progress coming towards your goal? And I think your goal was 35,000, is that right?
Yeah, correct. So he said, talk about how AZ gives, what that means to our organization, and have we had any new donors through AZ Gives this year, and how we're progressing with our goal.
So we had a few new donors this year through AZ Gives. Most of them were small amounts, which we whatever amount we get is great. And I don't think we had anyone new yet so far, other than people who are donating small amounts, which is a direct result of one of our board members reaching out to her friends. So we're pretty excited about that. I think there were 6 donations made in her name today. And AZ Gives each for the past, I've been here for 3 years. This is my 4th year doing AZ Gives, and we have won prizes every year. And those prizes really help us to defer some of the processing costs. But it also helps to give us a nice little sum of money that we worked for, but we didn't have to work that hard for. So right now, our donations are not where they should be, and that could be a result of the change in AZ Gives, because now it's from noon until noon. So tomorrow will probably tell us a whole different story. And normally we're like on the leaderboard, we're first in small nonprofits, but today we're not far behind, but we're second. So we're banking on people really donating tonight when they get home from work, and then donating tomorrow until noon.
And those prizes are so important to the success of nonprofits during a giving day. That's great to hear that you've won prizes in the past. And of course, the Generosity Live community is rooting for you. You mentioned that board member whose contacts made a big difference. And you watching this at home, whether you're watching in Arizona, whether you're familiar with Our Neighbors or not, you have that opportunity to hit that share button and let people know about the great work that this organization is doing. You've seen the video. You see the garden right there behind Stacy. There's so many wonderful things happening with this nonprofit that you can make a difference with, and you can help them win one of those big prizes. I mean, again, Stacy, those prizes, here you go, Kimberlyn. Those prizes can equate to thousands of dollars just from some small donations adding up, and maybe one of those small donations becoming a lucky donation that gets selected.
Right. Exactly.
Exactly. Well, thank you guys so much for being here. Kimberlyn, where can people find more information about you? Obviously, they can go to azgives.org to make that donation. But if people wanted to connect with you on your website or on social media after the day, where could they learn more about your mission?
Yeah, so we have a website, ourneighborsfarm.org, that you can go to read more about us. We also have a very active Instagram, Our Neighbors Farm and Pantry, and we also have a very active Facebook where you can like our page, Our Neighbors Farm and Pantry.
Do you guys have anything special set up for tonight or tomorrow on your social media, or do you have any events going on or anything?
We are actually raffling off a basket to one of our donors of freshly picked veggies and flowers from the garden.
Oh my goodness, that sounds delicious.
So that's cool. And we have a bunch of videos that we've been posting, and we're going to probably post some more. So that'll be on our Facebook page.
That's wonderful. Man, I'm jealous. I gotta head out to Arizona and come see if I can be eligible to win, because as soon as we're done wrapping up this video, I will log on to azgives.org, make my donations to Our Neighbors Farm and Pantry, as I hope you watching at home as well will do as well. So Kimberlyn and Stacy, thanks so much for making it work with us tonight. Thanks for being the second guest ever on Generosity Live. Is there anything else you want to add before we let you go?
In Arizona, people can take advantage of the Arizona tax credit. So if you want to give through AZ Gives, when you receive that receipt, then give that to your tax preparer, and you can get dollar for dollar return on your tax money, up to $400 if you're filing individually, and up to $800 if you're filing jointly.
So there you go. After dinner tonight, go ask your husband, your wife, hey, let's donate $800 to Our Neighbors Farm and Pantry. You can use that Arizona charitable tax credit, as Stacy said. It's a great cause. It's a great day to celebrate the state of Arizona and to celebrate nonprofits like yours. Kimberlyn and Stacy, thank you so much for taking the time tonight. I really, really do appreciate it. This is a new show for me, and it means a lot for you guys to take the time to be part of it. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Chris. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, I'll see you on Instagram, Kimberlyn.
All right, I'll see you there.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
That was your featured conversation. Another great nonprofit to support there during AZ Gives Day 2022. Let's take a look at that leaderboard here. $2.075 million has been raised. And you are watching Generosity Live here from the Fly the W studio in downtown Greenville, South Carolina. Again, my name is Chris Strub, the Giving Day guy. See the setup here as we get this camera in motion. There we are, a little laptop balanced on a lunchbox action. We got the Rodecaster, we got the Lumix Panasonic, we got the iPhone, we got the Switcher Studio, we got the television screen with the script, so I remember who I'm talking about. Maybe I can try and read it without stumbling horribly next time. Need more water in my glass here is really what we need. Now, if you watched our first episode earlier today during the kickoff hour of AZ Gives, we played a conversation with Tim Sarrantonio from Neon One, which is the platform provider for Arizona Gives. I had an incorrect setting on my Rodecaster that caused a bit of an echo, and I feel bad. So I want to make sure that we at least play back those first few minutes of that conversation with Tim. So if you enjoyed listening to it, but you had to kind of plug your ears to make it work for the first couple minutes, let's let you listen in, and so you can hear directly from Tim Sarrantonio without an echo. And we'll come back and we'll describe some more of the prizes that you can win. And then, of course, we'll be back at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Mountain Time with No Kill Pima County. So make sure you're subscribed. Stay tuned for that. But first, a conversation with Tim Sarrantonio of Neon One. Hello, Tim Sarrantonio. Happy Arizona Gives Day.
Happy Arizona Gives Day, Chris Strub. What a glorious day it is.
It's a beautiful day in Arizona, I'm sure. Of course, I'm here in Greenville, South Carolina. You are in upstate New York.
I'm in upstate New York, so we can only assume.
And Tim, you know, when this airs live, we'll be celebrating kickoff of the 10th annual Arizona Gives Day. But in many ways, the start of April here really signifies the beginning of the spring Giving Day season all across America. Yeah. So I want to start here. Can you just give us an overview? What is a Giving Day? Mm-hmm. And can you give us sort of a broad overview of the National Giving Day landscape?
Yeah, I love talking about giving days, and a lot of times people who don't understand or know about community giving days might think it's Giving Tuesday if they know anything. And there's actually a really big difference between Giving Tuesday, which is a dedicated day of generosity that's more an idea, and then a community giving day, which is a dedicated platform that brings together nonprofits to one dedicated website to coordinate generosity in the community, many times centered around a geographic region, where we are seeing cause-based days like Earth Gives pop up too. But many times in the US right now, it's around a specific geography like Arizona. So basically the state of Arizona, everybody's talking about, let's give today on Arizona Gives Day. And so there's a host, and the host is like kind of the person that puts on the day, and they say, come to this site and we're going to attract people to this site and we're going to drive up interest for you. And then a nonprofit would register under the day, have a profile, and then donors would be able to go to the website and search for causes that they love. And it might be somebody that they know, or it might be somebody new. And then all this does is aggregate all this money and volunteer time and excitement into one moment, one generosity moment, and then on to the next year, basically. Then they start it all over again. But you know, it's a really, really cool concept that's been taking hold.
And you mentioned, Tim, that Arizona, of course, is the day today. But all across the country, these days are popping up in different cities, different regions. Sometimes it's a county-wide day or statewide days. So can you talk about how that sort of network of giving days has really grown over the last decade plus?
Yeah, so the concept got kicked off mainly in 2008. The Knight Foundation helped facilitate this idea, and some of the big ones out there, Colorado, Minnesota, North Texas, started that. And so they've been well established. But over the years, other days have started cropping up, like Arizona, newer days like Long Beach Gives. And so what was interesting over the years is that we've seen a lot of local growth And maybe, you know, we'll get into it later on, but there was a moment where something kind of bad happened. I guess I'll talk about it now, where there was one day, I'm going to look at the calendar because I have a calendar, May 3rd, 2016, a tech provider that no longer exists crashed, and a bunch of days, mainly Pittsburgh, just it went down and people couldn't give. And so all of this excitement fizzled out. And so it made a lot of hosts either reassess whether they wanted to do the day, or the momentum that was around establishing it, because that was one dedicated vendor that was trying to establish new days. They weren't there to facilitate it, and people got a little gun shy per se about the concept. But especially since the pandemic, things have evolved, and so I think we're getting back to where people want that local connection. And there's data that shows the power of local connections, and so the concept is getting new life again, and so we're seeing it grow again, which is very, very encouraging.
So Tim, you talked about how a giving day consists of many nonprofits. Sometimes it's 2, 3, 4, 500 plus, and
thousands.
Arizona Gives,
thousands, yeah.
Arizona Gives over 1,000 nonprofits participating all across the state. So give it to me from a nonprofit perspective. What's so lucrative and interesting about participating in a giving day for the nonprofit angle?
So there's a few things that show that involvement in a giving day is a net benefit. A lot of times organizations might feel, I'm going to get lost in the noise. And actually we're seeing, especially since the pandemic, that more and more nonprofits are across the board at least receiving some money, no matter what, by participating in the day, even if it's just like, I've registered and I did no work. But it's after the moment that the real magic happens, because some of the things that really drive a giving day are the fact that these folks are excited to give, and they might be looking for new nonprofits to support. And there's an overall net lift after these moments for the nonprofit, where they see not only new donors, but their overall revenue and year-over-year growth increases because they are participating in the day itself. So the data is clear, and I love talking about data. Talk data to me is my shirt. The data is very clear that participating in giving moments like this is always a net positive, especially if you take it seriously.
So let me parlay right into that t-shirt you just showed me there.
Yes.
You are probably the biggest data guy I know, with apologies to Woodrow over at Giving Tuesday. So Tim, give me one statistic that really jumps out at you that would really be surprising to a viewer watching what's happening during a giving day.
Average acquisition rate for a nonprofit, which means that this is a person who has never given to your organization before, it averages out to about 60%. So more often than not, you are receiving on a giving day a new person who is being introduced to your nonprofit for the first time. And this is important because the typical, and we have to do more research here, but the typical cost per acquisition of $1 to receive $1 in any channel, when the nonprofit especially is doing all the work, is $1.25. And I think it's going to be interesting to see what the cost per acquisition for a nonprofit is on the giving day. My gut is it's going to be lower and a net benefit for acquiring that, because the host is doing a lot of the marketing. And we are funding this research, actually, the Fundraising Effectiveness Project. Chris, this is an exclusive for you. I just got word of this. The Fundraising Effectiveness Project established the Bill Levis Jr. Fund. And Bill Levis is a genius. He's one of the foremost experts on data. He's one of the data guys that actually I aspire to be like. I can only hold a candle to Bill. And one of the projects that that we help fund, I actually made my donation yesterday personally to the Bill Levis Fund, is on social media and giving days in particular. So community giving days, social media, we're funding that research. And I think and it will be made publicly available through the AFP Foundation for anybody to check out. So a host of nonprofit can see that research. And so I'm really proud of the things that show that things like a giving day help acquire new donors with better efficiency, in my opinion.
Well, Tim, there were a lot of magic words in that response. I want to say thank you again to Tim Sarrantonio from Neon One for sitting down for that conversation with me the other day. We played that conversation in its entirety earlier today, and as I mentioned, had some audio issues. So if you want to check out the rest of that conversation, go back and check out our video from 12 p.m. Mountain Time, 3 p.m. Eastern today. I do want to make sure that we give you that additional information that is so important about the prizes that are a big part of AZ Gives Day 2022 and really every giving day. So listen up and check out azgives.org/prizes to learn more about the many prizes that are available for your nonprofit to win during AZ Gives Day. Here you go. Arizona Gives features 116 opportunities for nonprofits of all sizes to win a random prize by simply participating. Organizations can win only one prize, and all prize announcements are preliminary until winners are verified. This year's prize pool totals $180,000. Of the 116 prizes for AZ Gives 2022, 20 prizes totaling $15,000 have been allocated for early giving donations, which ended at 12 p.m. on April 5th. So, what are the big prizes available? There are 33 Power Hour prizes totaling $63,000. Those 11 Power Hours are April 5th, 12 p.m., 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 7 p.m., and 8 p.m., and April 6th, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 a.m. Each Power Hour has an opportunity for micro, small to mid-size, and large/extra large nonprofits to win the Power Hour prize, and each hour varies in minimum donation to be eligible for the prize, either $25, $50, or $100. You should check your favorite nonprofit's social media channels to see which Power Hour prize they are pursuing. There are 15 prizes for Gives Day leaders, representing $67,500 of that $180,000 prize pool, plus an additional 10 bonus prizes that are only available to Alliance members. Micro, small, mid-size, large, and extra large nonprofits that raise the most money during AZ Gives, including early giving, will each receive a $6,500 prize. Second place finishers in each size category will receive a $4,500 prize, and third place finishers will receive a $2,500 prize. The Alliance member prizes will be awarded to the fourth and fifth place finishers in each size category for $1,500 and $1,000 apiece. There are 14 golden ticket prizes worth $500 each. Golden ticket winners will be drawn from all donations of $25 or more during the following hours: April 5th, 4 p.m., 5 p.m., 6 p.m., 9 and 10 p.m., and April 6th, 5 a.m. and 6 a.m. Each nonprofit is only eligible to win one golden ticket. The remaining $15,000 of that $180,000 prize pool will be allocated through a set of 14 rural prizes totaling $10,000 and a set of 10 fundraiser pages prizes totaling $5,000. To see an updated list of prize winners and to explore the full criteria for each prize, keep an eye on azgives.org/prizes. Most importantly, be sure to follow your favorite nonprofits on social media to see which prizes they are pursuing and how your donations can help them win extra cash and exceed their AZ Gives Day goals. There you have it. azgives.org/prizes is where you want to go to learn all that information. See if maybe one of your donations already helped a nonprofit win an ArizonaGives.org prize. Again, there are 116 prizes in total, adding up to $180,000 in prize money, with 96 of those prizes available during AZ Gives Day itself, which is underway right now. It's 8:30 here in South Carolina, which means it's 5:30 out in Arizona in that mountain time zone. We've got one more live stream to go tonight, and that'll wrap up our first premiere set of live streams for Generosity Live. That stream is coming up with No Kill Pima County in just about 30 minutes from now. So make sure wherever you're watching, whether it's on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, or Twitch, you hit that follow button, that subscribe button, that retweet button, hit whatever button is available to you right now. Go for it. You know you want to. Stay tuned. There's going to be more Generosity Live to come tonight. Again, this is Chris Strub, the Giving Day guy, here in the Fly the W studio in Greenville, South Carolina. And looking forward to maybe having a little bourbon after our last live stream tonight. But we've got plenty of work to go here tonight. So thank you everybody for watching. Hope you're enjoying the show. If you have any comments at all, please leave them on the stream or send me an email, chrisstrub@gmail.com, if you want me to produce a live stream at your live event or for your giving day. I'm ready to rock and roll. We can host the show either remotely or on scene, in person. So just let me know, hit me up. I'm gonna chug some more water. I don't know why I feel so tired. There's a lot going on here with the soundboard and stuff. I feel like my brain is just, especially with the music playing and the lights on. If you think it's a lot to watch, imagine being me. Chris Strub, the Giving Day guy, signing off here from Greenville. We'll be back in 28 minutes. It's Generosity Live, Arizona.